Hey guys, it's Fisayo here, and in this video we're going to be talking about the basics of forex trading. Last year in November I asked you guys on Twitter if you knew anyone who was successful with trading forex. Some people knew, some people said that they were rare, many people said forex traders make money from their courses, and some were in fact selling a course in the same tweet. Some of you have asked me about forex trading here on YouTube as well, and some even specific apps. So we'll get to that in this video. I'm going to be sharing my experience with forex trading, and I'm also going to be talking about some potential benefits and risks. We're going to analyze an app that you can use. And speaking of, this video is a beginner's guide. I'll be introducing you to forex concepts in this video. We'll touch on money, exchange rates, currency, a bit of analysis, what trading app I'm using on my phone. And that's not all though. You also find out how two of you guys watching this video right now can win $100 from the channel when you download the app that I recommend. Thanks to OctaFX, but more on that later in this video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. This video took a long while to make, and I'm excited to share my knowledge with you guys. So do stick around until the end. I'd love it if you could hit that like button so more people can benefit from the knowledge that we're about to share in this video. I've said too much. I'll shut up now. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So first off, let's start from the beginning. Money is basically a means of exchange, a means of exchanging value. In an ideal world, unless you steal the money, you are only going to get paid if you provide some kind of value in exchange for that money or for payment. From the beginning of time, as people remember, we had the trade by barter system where people exchanged items for items. We later went on to gold, and after that, paper money. There are now debates as to whether cryptocurrencies or digital money is the next form of money, and that's the hot topic for today. Paper money was already good. It was good enough, it was good enough as a medium of exchange. However, people started to see that it wasn't as amazing or an amazing store of value because of inflation. I already made a video on inflation, which you can watch with the card up above or the link in the description. So the fact is that people saw that they can't just store their money under their bed or just keep it in the bank, use it as a store of value. So they started investing. They started investing so that they could beat inflation, so that the value of their money goes up. And that's something I talk about on the channel here in the Finance Friday series. So this is why people invest. This is why people buy stocks, cryptocurrencies, and even do things like trading forex. So before we go into forex trading though, let's talk about exchange rates. There's no doubt that many Nigerians are obsessed about the exchange rates. You probably hear it, very often. How much is dollar to naira? Is it 575 now on the parallel market? Is it 418 on the official bank rate? Those are the questions that keep many people awake at night. Now, due to things like inflation, currency devaluation, and many other things that I've spoken about on the channel, you have a case where, something like this $100 bill is worth 50 or, more of this 1,000 naira bill. This is 1,000 naira. I can only spend it in Nigeria. However, if I'm to go abroad, I need to go to my bureau de change or BDC to say, hey, can you help me change some of my naira to dollar? Or I can walk into a bank and just show proof that I'm traveling, and they'll give me dollars in exchange for naira as far as I've shown that proof. This is so that I can have an acceptable currency that, wherever I'm traveling to, I can use this currency. So I've just exchanged naira for dollar, right? Essentially, when it comes to trading, using the reward example now, let's say March 1st this year, you needed to visit a friend in the US and you used 1 million naira to buy dollar. Dollar was 416 on the 1st of March this year. That's the official rate. So you went in to buy, dollars, 1 million naira at 416. You now have $2,400. Now, assuming your trip got cancelled, let's say the friend chose to come around to Nigeria instead, and you had to change that money, that 2,400 back to naira. Well, naira is now 418, which means that it's gone down in value because it is cheaper in comparison to the dollar, aka the dollar can get you more naira. So if you want to change that $2,400 to naira at the new 418 rate, you will get 1,03,200 naira. That's 3,200 naira more from doing nothing. However, you can't make money this way, by going to the bank or the bureau de change. The Uber fee alone or the Bolt fee would wipe out your 3,200 naira in profit that you have made. So that's why people open a brokerage account on, forex apps, and they speculate on changes in a country's currency. Maybe they feel like the currency will go up or down in the future, and then they speculate on that. So Again, that's why we're here today. That's why you're watching this video. When you look at currencies in Forex trading, chances are you've seen a currency rating like this, where you have USD/GBP or USD GBP. It is called a currency pair. And the first currency rating here is in the unit of 1, which means base or base currency. 1 being the base or the lowest unit of value, while the next one is the interpretation or the quote. So that's the quote currency. When you see something like BTC/USD or BTC/USD, it basically means 1 BTC is this many USD, or 1 Bitcoin is this many dollars. Here you can see it's showing us that 1 BTC, which is the base, is getting from 41,956 USD. In Forex terminology, this is the quote for BTC against USD. This quotation means that 1 BTC can be exchanged for $41,956. The Forex market is way larger than the stock market. According to research, it's around $6.6 trillion in daily trading volume. This is from 2019. The Forex market is also known as the FX market, and people exchange national currencies on the market a lot for many reasons. Maybe people want to hedge against inflation, like I mentioned. They want to speculate on events going on in a country's currency for which they trade their currency, and they want to diversify their portfolios alongside many other reasons. It is important to mention that the large percentage of entities trading Forex in the FX markets are actually institutions. So these are central banks, commercial banks, and hedge funds. While individual traders or retail traders, that's people like you and me, we're quite small in the percentage of the Forex market, and we use the FX market for day trading activities. All right, let's get to the part where you've been waiting for. How do I trade? The app I'm using for this is OctaFX, and they've been around since 2011 with quite the high-end trading experience and more than 6 million trading accounts in like 100 countries. One benefit or pro is that they also provide free Forex basic courses for new traders on their website. They conduct webinars, they do send newsletters, and they give new market updates. I'll leave a link to all of those resources that can help you get started in the description of this video as well. Make sure you download the real app by clicking the link in the description below. It's called OctaFX Trading App on the Google Play Store. You'll of course know it's an original app because they have 10 million downloads and 106,000 ratings at a 4.4 star range, which is quite good, honestly. So please don't download a fake app. Please. Once downloaded, you get a few sign-in options: email, Gmail, Facebook, or you can try a demo. I chose my sign-up option, and right on here, you will need to sign up with your preliminary details, so your name, email address, and password. You will also need to verify that you're not a US citizen, as the service that they render isn't rendered to tax residents of the US. You will also need to fill out your country, address, phone number, and date of birth, just to be sure you're of age to trade. Lastly, you will confirm if you've traded Forex before or not. Regardless of what you choose here, the next option you will get is the kind of Forex account you want to open. As you're about to create your real or demo account, you'll be faced with MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5 as choices. I'll be going with MetaTrader 4 as 5 is much more advanced. It does have a few more features than MetaTrader 4, but you can still do a lot with MetaTrader 4. OctaFX supports 2 of the widely used MetaTrader apps, both of which have 24/5 trading hours. That is 24 hours, 5 days a week for regular currencies. So starting at 12 a.m. on Monday and closing at 11:59 p.m. on Friday, the server time is EST. While cryptocurrency pair trading is available 24/7. However, they have server maintenance when trading cryptocurrencies. It's just unavailable from 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. on Saturday and 3:30 a.m. to 4 a.m. on Sunday. So basically, you kind of have 24 hours and 7 days a week to trade the following currency pairs. Once that is done, you get a couple of options, and you can see your leverage options. So what does this mean? What does leverage even mean? Trading Forex cannot be done without the broker lending you some money. So if you deposited, say, $100, you don't really instantly trade Forex with it technically. In fact, unless there's a significant shift, with your $100, you will most likely make less than $1 or like $2. Where leverage comes in is letting you trade with more than what you deposited. A 1-to-1 leverage means that if you deposit $1,000, which is called a margin, all you can trade with is $1,000. A 1-to-15 leverage means if you deposit $1,000, the app would let you trade with $15,000. And we have it here that the maximum here is 1-to-500 leverage, which means $1,000 will let you trade with $500,000. Keep in mind that this is just a loan. happen, and you really don't want to start with the higher leverage route as a beginner. Of course, once you make a trade and the price goes up, you make some money, and if it goes down, you lose the money that you put up in there, and the broker takes back their money. And this whole idea of borrowing can be seen in short selling. This is a case where you borrow against the currency because you know or you have a feeling that this currency is going to go down in price. So say you wanted to do a transaction on turtlenecks, for instance, and you don't have turtlenecks. You know a guy that likes to wear a lot of turtlenecks all the time. He has a lot of them. So if the price of turtlenecks on the market is generally $50 and you had some idea that they would go down in price, you can borrow that turtleneck from the person that has a lot of them, and then you sell it to someone at $50 immediately. Then you wait for a bit. Let's say the price of turtlenecks drops in the city, it drops to like $30. With the $50 you have in hand, you can buy a new one and the same one and return it to your friend like nothing happened. Meanwhile, you've made $20 in profit. This is exactly what happens with the Forex and stock market, except you swap turtlenecks for currencies or shares and things like that, commodities, and you swap your friend for the broker who lends you that unit of currency. Do you get it now? You'll be able to create a demo account for which the password will be sent to your email. This is great to start with so you get a feel of the app and a view of the land. When you're ready to switch to a real account, I'd encourage you guys to go to the sidebar where you can find the promo code and use the code Fisayo. This way you get up to 100% of your deposit bonus, so double what you put in there, as the regular offer on the app gives you 50% bonus. So my code will give you 100% bonus. Also, make sure you read the terms and conditions. It's right there below it. But that's not all. 2 people who send their screenshots via the link in the description can stand a chance to win $100 from me after you've made your first deposit. That's that, but don't go anywhere yet. We're just about to get started. So normal currencies of countries don't move as much as cryptocurrencies in the stock market. Cryptocurrencies or stocks can move from like 100 to 150 to 200, while countries' currencies move like 1.355 to 1.356. If it did big moves like cryptocurrency, that would really be bad for everyone. However, they move in decimal points in the lower cent range, and this is called a pip, or a percentage in point, PIP. It's basically the smallest move an exchange rate can make. What I like about OctaFX's app is that they highlight that major movement part, and it looks much bigger, as you can see with a bunch of numbers right here. In order to buy or sell a currency, you have to do so in lot sizes. A lot is a measure of your order's volume. One standard lot is 100,000 units of the base currency. So one lot for USD GBP or dollars to pounds is how much of pounds can I get with $100,000. 10,000 units or 0.1 is called a mini lot. 1,000 units of the base currency or 0.01 is often referred to as a micro lot. It's easier to see better gains using the lot method, since trading with a larger sum of money on leverage gives you more gains versus trading with a smaller sum of money. But keep in mind, guys, it is very risky. So when it comes to graphs of the Forex markets, it's one I struggled with while I was learning as I started. This is one of the most common ways they are shown, and really the best way to represent them is through something called candlestick patterns or candlestick charts. At the open of a market or the first trade to be made, we start around here at the bottom. If it is a rising market, the price should go up, and this up here is where we close. The best case for us is to buy around the bottom and sell around the top. This is where people buy or bid or go long on an asset. But of course, it's not perfect, as there will be market players that buy or sell for lower than the opening price. So this wick or shadow below is what often represents these people that buy or sell lower than the marketing price, while for people that sell higher than the closing price, the wick above represents them. In a down market, the opposite is the case, where we start or we open the day trading from a period of somewhere up here at the top, and the price goes down, and we close somewhere at the bottom, which is lower. Here's where we want to be if we are selling or we are shorting an asset, where we want to sell high and buy low. Again, there will be market players or people who bought or sold at a much lower price than the closing price, so this wick represents them, and people who bought or sold at a higher price than the opening price, so the upper wick represents them. Each bar represents a period, usually a day or a hour, every 5 minutes or every 1 minute, depending on what you yourself configure it to be. In a real life chart, you can see how all of this operates. It just goes up and down. We open at the highest point, we close at the lowest point. And candlestick charts give traders the most information about how they would be trading. You can see trends and patterns. Now, speaking of trends, what most Forex traders use as indicators to place their trades are trends and volumes. There are so many other things, but for technical analysis, these are two major things. A trend can either be an uptrend or a downtrend or a sideways trend. If they see that prices tend to move upwards and they notice a trend, they would find the lowest point on this uptrend to buy and the highest point to sell throughout that trend. This is in order to figure out the entry point and the exit point. So again, they buy low, they sell high at a consistent pace. So they use two lines called the resistance and support for their analysis. So they won't go below the support line or above the resistance line when they want to buy or sell. With volume as well, you might notice that the price of something has dropped and a bunch of people are buying in or selling. While for fundamental analysis, they use news articles, what's going on in the world, news on interest rates, anything and everything that they find that might affect the price of a currency. All right, so we've said a lot. Now let me show you some trading from my end. I'll show you guys a sample of my trade using a demo account and my real account using real money that I've deposited into my OctaFX account. So I do have to stress that trading Forex is risky. I'm not giving you guys financial advice to go do this. This is just for explanation purposes. But before I move on, it's important to note that OctaFX lets you deposit from a wide range of sources, from your local bank transfer, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Skrill, MasterCard, Visa, and many more. With your demo account, you can trade with $1 million or more. You can also see the number of items that you can trade from foreign exchange or currencies, cryptocurrencies, things like that, indices, metals, even oil in the energy sector. Going right into the demo account now, you can see a chart and you would want to know your strategy. Once you're ready to trade, you would choose which type of account you want to use, real, demo, and context. For the purposes of this video, I'll stick with the first two, which are real and demo accounts. Now, heading over to your demo account, clicking on the one you want to use, I'm using MetaTrader 4, and if you click trade, it will prompt you to enter your password if you haven't saved it. And after that, you see a bunch of currency pairs. You can click on any one of these currency pairs and you see a chart of how the currency pair is performing over time. You can see your current trade, you can view your historical trades, and as you can see here, I've been practicing with my demo account, making and losing some money, although it's not real money. After looking at the trend and the chart, I placed a sell order by clicking the red number. Clicking on the green is a buy order. That is why it's called a market order. And this is when you don't punch in the exact price you want to buy or sell. You just go with the price that they give you. However, it's advised that you select the price that you want to buy and sell at. This currency pair is for the dollar to the Swiss franc. I shorted it in 8 lots. And remember that I said one lot is supposed to be around $100,000 of the base currency. The number change is in the profit or loss that I stand to make. And it's clear. What most traders do is set something called a stop loss or a take profit. A stop loss essentially means that you want to stop the trade and take a loss at a certain price point, while a take profit is to stop the trade and take that profit at a certain price point. You can set those points here and leave your trade, but if you're new, you might want to babysit the trade and watch it turn green and then close the trade so that you just make some profit. So guys, I made a loss with this trade. Now let's try another trade. I tried the energy sector, or oil, or Brent crude as it's called. I first off looked at the chart and I saw that it was trending down. So what I did was change from 15-minute candles, that is M15 at the bottom, to 1-minute candles to get a faster picture of the price movements. Now I then placed a short order for 7.96 lots, also about 8 lots, and here's the price movement as you can see. For this particular trade, I did set a stop loss and take profit, and I just left the trade. Now coming back to this trade, you can see that I made a profit of $1,750 for oil to USD. That is all well and good so far. I've been practicing with the demo trades, as you can see here. Now let's check out the real account. Since this is an experiment, I only used $100, so I'll go through the exact same process like I did with the demo account. I'll just look at a couple of currency pairs and I'll check out the price of euro to USD. I'll just do a short order for 0.01 lots, which is around $1,000, as you can see here, and the profit has been changing. Again, you can set a stop loss or take profit. OctaFX does support a stop loss and take profit margin at a wide percentage in profit difference or pip difference. All right, so I'll just close the trade now, and I made 50 cents. I did try to do the same process over and over again. So sometimes I would short and then I'll close the trade on my own, and sometimes I would go green, sometimes I would lose. I noticed, however, that whenever I was deliberate at setting a stop loss and take profits, my trade did go my way. Now, you want to have good reason for this, and you want to have knowledge for this. I do have to mention that we've been trading on mobile, and this is a basic guide. If you want to get serious, you want to check out the links in the description of this video for courses and resources. You also might want to use your web, that's your laptop, if you are really interested in trading Forex, as you would get a broader, a larger screen that has a larger view, and you can see different intricacies of your trade. OctaFX also does have a web platform that you can use. Again, it's connected to the two most advanced MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 platforms, which is basically the industry standard. So for more features and settings, on the sidebar you have bonuses, transaction history, internet transfer, so you can transfer money from one trading account to the other. You can view your transfer history, check out the economic calendar so you know of the current events going on, so as not to trade a currency that might have a bad news cycle. You see market insights, even a profit calculator, so you see how much you stand to gain if you trade a currency pair. You've also got the referral offer page and promo code, which we've already talked about. Lastly, OctaFX's customer support has also been helpful. I did make a deposit that didn't come in on time, and I just did like a live chat with them. In a few minutes they attended to me, and it was really fast. In the end, guys, investing involves a level of risk. I do not recommend investing without prior expertise or knowledge. So if you don't understand something you saw in this video, check Google to learn more from YouTube videos or take courses. I'll leave links in the description of this video for resources as well. Also, guys, beware of scammers who use my name in the comment section below. My handle is verified. I will never ask you to send personal data or funds via WhatsApp, Telegram, or any messenger. Please don't fall victim. Thank you so much for watching. Do hit that like button if you found this video useful in any way at all. And if you got, if you saw anything that you would like to ask, please leave a comment below. I'll be there chatting with you guys. Make sure you do hit that red subscribe button and the bell icon beside it so you'll be the first to know when I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the very next one.